Hey Chase, Ben Bulware here, looking at the video analysis of your swing here from the San Diego camp, and just wanted to thank you for coming out here. I did see a couple things in regards to that I would work on that I used, and the secrets that I used in professional baseball. You can already tell you are a little select player that's a very good athlete and working with people that really know what they're talking about. So a lot of good things going on in regards to a good little swing there. There are some things that I would work on. I led the minor leagues in hitting one year with led the batting title in professional baseball, and a couple things that I worked on that was similar in regards to you, in regards to talking about land, foot, and finish, and a couple things. But before we get to that, let's talk about our stance. Stance is in really good shape. I like where your hands are. I like where your feet are. I like you having a nice wide base. Your eyes are on the baseball. You have good posture. Your hands are in a good launch position. Your knees are nice and bent. I like the distance of your feet. Everything's in pretty good shape here. Very good little athlete, playing select baseball, I can tell, and keep up the great work. So the next part of our video analysis work is we're going to talk about is our land foot. It's very important when we get into land hit foot here. So we can go. One thing you'll notice here is what I want to focus on is I go into land foot. Your hands clear away from our body, which is good. Your front foot goes out. When I go into land foot, I'm going to draw a little circle just around this front foot right here. Make sure that our foot doesn't get too open or on the outside part of my feet. You can see our hands really focus on getting our weight on the outside part of our foot, where you want it to really stay on the inside part. So if I back it up here a couple frames, when you go to land, let's land a little bit more closed. I think it might help you a little bit in regards to that. So when you land, automatically you're landing on the outside part of my foot here. You're landing on the inside part, and then you really transfer it to the outside. So try to stay on the inside part of my foot a little bit more towards that bigger part of my toe. And you can even land a little bit more closed, so then that will help you get hit against a firm closed front side a little bit more. You can see at this point of our swing how your back foot is out and your front foot is out. And what that is you want to have both of those be turned in a little bit. So instead of having your back foot kind of be in this angle, I would have it at least straight. A lot of guys even have it a slight in, because if it's turned out, I really want to engage my lower half some more. And if you have it turned out, or both feet are turned out, then I really can't use my legs, and I use a lot more of my arms than I need to. As you're getting into these bigger fields and facing faster pitching kind of thing, you want to be able to have all your weight and power from all your body into it. And right now, when your feet are turned out a little bit, you can't do that. So instead of having your feet here, having at least straight ahead. So what you can do is you can change that foot angle. And then also too, on the front foot, you can take just a hair less stride, but make sure that foot, that ankle right now, as you can see, is pointed more towards the back part of this cage over this way. And at this part of our swing, you kind of want it faced at this pole. And what that's going to do is it's going to keep your foot kind of closed and close off your body, so it can make you hit against a firm front side better, compared to kind of rolling off. And rolling off, you can see I'm rolling to the outside part of my feet. You can see that front part of my foot is already off the ground, and that's going to really help you have more power. If you can keep that front side closed better, you can see that it exposes that front hip. But if we can close off that front foot, then I can work on more on the outside part of the plate. I can work on more balls away. And it's going to really help you engage my lower half a little bit more. The other thing you got to make sure too is when I stride, you can see that when I draw this line, that I got to make sure that I stride straight ahead. So that's my straight line. And when you go to stride, you can see it's just a hair out. Not enough to make a huge difference, but it's going to make a difference as you get older, especially if you stride a hair out and the front side kind of opens a little bit. Then I'm going to not be able to hit that outside 6 inches of the plate, which is key to make you a balanced hitter, is just to be able to be more of a spray hitter compared to just more middle in type of thing. The other thing that you'll notice at contact is we got to do a better job with our head position. A head slot is a very popular term and something very important. You can see that right now my eyes are looking out in this direction, and your point of contact's really far out in front. You need to get your point of contact to be a little bit deeper. So if I back up this frame, you can see that your eyes are more looking out here, which is going to make your point of contact be more out in front. So just don't worry about so much on going to get the ball. Let the ball travel to you and let it get more towards inside that front foot. And that's going to make you a more balanced hitter to where you can hit all parts of the field. And that's going to really help you to just focus on keeping that head on the baseball and having that head slot be better. What I used to do is I used to take a ball and put it out in front here, and I used to hit the ball, be at contact, and then after I would hit, I would just look down at the baseball, down on the ground. So get in the habit of having a better head position, seeing the ball, hitting the ball, and then leaving your head on the ball, and that's going to get you a much better job to hit the ball where it's pitched compared to you wanting to go out and get it sometimes and go out in front and get it. It's going to make a very big difference in regards to our swing here. Your head position in regards to where it is on your line is perfect. You have good angles in our legs. I would be just back a hair on my foot. You can see I would want this whole circle to be on the ground. You can see right now how it's just up on your toe, and that's going to help you to get more power if you can bring that foot back to be more of the ball of the foot. That's also going to bring your point of contact back, because right now if you're on your toe and you're making contact out in front, then you're using a lot more arms than you need to. And what you can do is you can hit the ball a lot farther and be more consistent on all parts of the plate and pitches if you just have it to where your point of contact is just going to be back here. So finish off your swing, hold your finish. You can see right here at the end we need to be a little bit stronger at contact and through, because you can see we don't have any load. Everything just goes forward and nothing goes back, which is okay. Just don't go get the ball. Let that ball travel to you. You can see how that front foot opens too much on that front side. So when you go to stride, make sure that stride foot here, you can see that heel is facing this way. At this point of your swing, you want to make sure that that's facing at that pole, and that's going to make sure that we're going to keep our front side closed. That back foot you can see is open. You want to make sure that that's front and closed off, and let that ball travel to you. Don't worry about going to get the ball so much. And again, right here, our head is focused too much out in front. That's going to make our point of contact be too far out in front. The other thing in our swing too is make sure that bad angle stays above our hands as much as possible. Your hands have a tendency to drag on us, which is going to make us make contact with that barrel way below my hands too much. And sometimes with big barrels when we're younger, you got to really make sure that those barrels stay up so I can really drive the baseball compared to lifting the ball. So at this point of our swing, you got to make sure that head stays nice and tall, and that barrel stays nice and tall, so I can work more this way compared to right now. For your bad angles, you have a tendency to be working uphill a little bit more. So what I would do is I would take a tee, kind of do like a high tee, put it on a bucket, and get your hands to where your barrel has got to stay above the hands, and I got to really work downhill to get a better approach on the ball. So I think letting the ball travel to you, tweaking your lower half, working more of a downhill, not worry about how far you're lifting the ball. I want to see how far you can drive the baseball. Don't ever worry about having to go over the fence. Always try to have it work going through the fence. So those are the 4 or 5 things that I would work on that are going to make a huge difference in regards to your swing. Keep up the great work. You're a good little select player. Have a lot of opportunity as you get older, and we look forward to seeing you at our next camp.